The following is a presentation of Flow Sports.
The lights are on. The future's on the mat. No hype, just proof. New names, new rivalries. Wrestling's next era starts now. Flow Wrestling Night in America, presented by Nike. No hype, just proof. New names, new rivalries. Wrestling's next era starts now. Flow Wrestling Night in America, presented by Nike.
Presented by Nike Wrestling, this is Flow Wrestling Night in America. A big-time doubleheader on this Thursday evening. We begin at South Carroll High School, where it's a matchup of reigning state champions, the South Carroll Cavaliers and the Chesapeake Cougars. Then we head to Marietta, Georgia, for a women's showdown between the #1 ranked team in the NAIA, Life Central, and then the #1 team in the NCAA, North Central College. Hello and welcome to Flow Wrestling Night in America. As always, we are presented by Nike Wrestling. I'm Shane Sparks. Big time doubleheader tonight. South Carroll, they are the reigning champions in 1A, and Chesapeake, the reigning state champions in 3A. And how about the women's matchup we have tonight? Life University, the #1 ranked team in the NAIA, and North Central College, the #1 ranked team in the NCAA. Both these teams are coming off championships at the national duels. It should be a lot of fun. We'll begin on the high school side of things with South Carroll and Chesapeake. This dual meet begins at 106 pounds, a ranked matchup at 113, top 10 matchup with Simeone and Greenstreet. The Roberts brothers are ranked for the Cougars. JoJo Gigliotti ranked #1 at 138. Brody Henry ranked as well at 144 for the Cavaliers. Looking at this dual meet second half, a ranked matchup at 165 with Snyder and Collins. Rodriguez, Endzel, and Hamper all ranked top 10 for South Carroll. Hamper a ranked matchup at 215 with Gavin Lewis of the Cougars. FloWrestling Night in America returns next Thursday in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Bo Basham and Bishop McCourt square off against Wyoming Seminary. College match with Pitt, Johnstown, and St. Vincent's. And then a couple of really good high school dual meets. Del Barton and Blair Academy, Christian Brothers, and St. Peter's Prep. South Carroll High School, home of the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers winning last night, and they are now 20-0 on the season. And a quick takedown for Hunter Wargo. Hunter Wargo, a sophomore, comes in with a record of 12-2. Gets that quick takedown. 5-0 score already with the 2 near fall points. Looking for a roll through tilt for South Carroll. It is Brandon Hostler. He's a freshman with an 11-5 record, first-year wrestler, also a hockey player. And there is a stall call on Hostler on bottom. Wargo with the quick takedown and some near fall as well. 5-0. Has a leg in. .45 seconds remaining here in this first period. South Carroll, the reigning champions in 1A. Chesapeake Cougars, the reigning champions in 3A. Chesapeake this season, 12-2 in dual meets. Down to 20 seconds. And in the final seconds of this first period, Wargo going to put Hostler on his back once again, and time is going to run out. So for Hunter Wargo, a takedown in a couple of turns, and the Cougar is in control 9-0 after the first period. We'll go neutral here to begin the second period. As I mentioned, Hostler, first-year wrestler, in for Kaylee Bonanno. They are hoping to get Kaylee back in time for girls postseason. She had appendicitis. And it is going to be a fall for Hunter Wargo. The second period fall for the Cougar. And Chesapeake strikes first here at 106 pounds. Hunter Wargo, the sophomore, gets the fall and 6 points on the board for Chesapeake. Came out right off the whistle, drives through, puts Hostler right on his back, quickly was up 5-0. And then late in the first period, little pancake action. Scored some near fall points, they went neutral, quickly got to his offense and gets the cradle and the fall. ranked matchup here at 113, a top 10 matchup with Jake Simeone for the Cavaliers. He is ranked 7th in the state, and Quinn Greenstreet ranked 9th. So big matchup here at 113. Simeone, a sophomore, comes in with a record of 27-4. He was 3rd at the state tournament last season, down at 106. This season, he was the Damascus Holiday Tournament champion, was recently 6th at the War on the Shore. That's wrestled in Ocean City, Maryland. South Carroll was 3rd as a team. That's a really good tournament. Quinn Greenstreet, 15-4 record. He was 3rd at the state tournament last year at 106. So both these guys 3rd last year at 106, and there's some big-time stuff from Simeone. Simeone looking for a fall. He's got this one tight, and he gets the fall. Jake Simeone ties this one in at 6. And Brian Hamper told me, he said when it comes to Simeone, he likes big moves and big points. 6-6 as Simeone ranks 7th, pins 9th ranked Quinn Greenstreet. Little Smet Mixer action. And he had that one tight. Brought the head up, the shoulder blades go down, and Jake Simeone, the sophomore, improves to 28-4 on the season. There's a takedown 5 seconds in for Grayson Barnhill. And Barnhill, center of the mat, back-to-back falls. Grayson Barnhill, a senior captain, ranked 7th in the state at 120, now 26-4. So 3 matches and 3 quick pins. At 120, Grayson Barnhill with the fall, following Jake Simeone. 12-6, South Carroll, the Cavaliers out in front.
They call him the greatest wrestler in Arizona history.
South Carroll High School, the Cavaliers with a pair of pins, lead at 12-6. It has been a quick start. Talk about fireworks. 3 matches, 3 falls. As we turn our attention to 126 pounds, Carson Roberts, the first of the Roberts brothers here for Chesapeake. He's a sophomore, ranked 15th in the state, a 12-4 record. Carson was 6th at the state tournament at 120 last year. And on the opposite line, as Roberts dives in on a single leg on the edge, is Jason Patterson. Patterson, a 9-8 sophomore. And 15 seconds in, Roberts with the first takedown. Patterson, a spot starter last season. Did not wrestle at the Damascus Holiday Tournament or at the War on the Shore. Had an ankle injury, so he was out. A wrist and an arm bar here for Carson Roberts. Getting off to the side, running that arm bar. As we saw in the starting lineups, the Cavaliers are stacked in those upper weights, really good in the middle as well. And the Cougars really solid in these lower weights with guys like Wargo and Carson and Braden Roberts. And our fourth match and our fourth pin. Carson Roberts adds his name to the fall list. Nice job finishing a single leg on the edge and gets the fall. FloWrestling Night in America presented by Nike Wrestling. Pin, 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 pin. 4 matches, 4 pins, 12-12 between South Carroll and Chesapeake. A rapid start, to say the least, here in Maryland. I mean, here we go again. This is Braden Roberts at 132 pounds. He's got a takedown 10 seconds in. He's ranked 10th in the state. Was 4th as a junior last season at the state tournament at 126. 15-4 mark for head coach Randy Curtin. He was 8th at the War on the Shore. And Luke Blanchard been getting the starts as of late. He's 7-6, just a freshman. At the MSWA state tournament, that is the youth state tournaments, Blanchard last season was 4th as an 8th grader, but he is all bundled up against the 10th-ranked 132-pounder in the state, Braden Roberts, looking to get a fall like we saw his brother get at 126. Gonna settle in, still 45 seconds left. And the near fall points are awarded to make it 7-0. Give Blanchard credit. Able to fight off his back, but not out of the woods yet. Roll through tilt there from Roberts. This dual meet went 0-100 in seconds. 4 more near fall makes it 11-0. We have yet to see a third period. Final seconds of this first period, Braden Roberts finishes the period on top after a takedown in 2 turns. And Blanchard gets the choice. He'll go neutral. FloWrestling Night in America. Glad to have you once again on this Thursday. It's become one of my favorite nights. Straight on shot, and there's the go behind for Blanchard. And now he's a point away from a tech fall. Gonna sink in that arm bar. Has that in deep. He has an arm bar and a wrist. Now gonna make an adjustment. This is either going to be a tech fall or another fall. Blanchard doing a nice job fighting, trying to save a team point. And it will be a tech fall. The 4 near fall makes it 18-0. Braden Roberts, the senior, for the Cougars, puts Chesapeake out in front now, 17-12. Their first lead since Hunter Wargo got the fall at 106. And a lot of offense from Braden Roberts, couple of takedowns, some turns, nice roll through tilt, and imposing his will here at 132 pounds. 138 pounds. Scoreboard reads Colt Kendall and Brody Henry. Brody Henry is normally at 144, but Brody Henry now at 138. Brody Henry, a junior, ranked 5th at 144. He's 27-3. A two-time state placer. As a freshman, he was 5th. As a sophomore, he was 4th at 126 pounds. Colt Kendall, a sophomore with a record of 2-6. (17-12). Chesapeake leading South Carroll. South Carroll High School here in Sykesville, Maryland. And the Cavaliers are looking for another fall. And Brody Henry gets the pin at 138 as the Cavaliers reclaim the lead 18-17. That is the third pin for the Cavaliers. Exciting first half of action here in this dual meets with reigning state champions in Maryland. Presented by Nike Wrestling. This is FloWrestling Night in America. The future of wrestling is here. Scan the QR code on the screen to learn more about the all-new FloWrestling. Watch the live stream while browsing brackets on our new mobile app. Get unlimited free notifications. Check out our new athlete profiles and so much more. Also, access every match, ranking, and exclusive content with your FloWrestling annual subscription. Whether you're following high school, college, or freestyle, FloWrestling has you covered with live events, interviews, and more. Don't miss a single moment of the action, only here on FloWrestling. South Carroll High School here in Maryland. 18-17, the Cavaliers leading the Cougars. It has been a pin show. The Cavaliers with falls from Jake Simeone, Grayson Barnhill, and Brody Henry at 144. And there is a forfeit. I believe that is JoJo Gigliotti. JoJo Gigliotti ranked number 1 at 138. So he bumps up to 144. As the Cavaliers extend their lead to 24-17. JoJo Gigliotti, a senior team captain. And JoJo Gigliotti, unfortunately, we do not get to see the 3-time state champ. This is Rex Graves and Quinn Regnier. Rex Graves, 14-5 record. He's a junior. And he was 6th at state for Chesapeake last season at 138. Quinn Regnier, really impressive freshman. 25-4 record, ranked 13th. And no score as we approach the midway point in this first period. See Regnier with an underhook there on the right side. There's a shot by the Cavalier there on the edge. Regnier was a champion at the Damascus Holiday Tournaments, was 3rd at the War on the Shore. Really talented, good-looking freshman. Multiple-time youth state place winner. He was a state runner-up last season. And the freshman scores the first takedown with 30 seconds to go in this first period. Grabs that near wrist. It's a big situation right here. If you're able to get that takedown and finish the period on top, that would be big. Graves works his way up. Good mat return attempt there from Regnier, and now Regnier flirting with some back points. He gets 2 near fall points. That was really impressive from Regnier. Got that takedown. Not only did he finish the period on top, a nice mat return, led to some back points, and he is up 5-0. Really good wrestling. That stuff excites me. Stay gritty and tough in that top position. 30 seconds, finish on top. And I like the urgency on bottom. He escapes in 5 seconds. You want to win big matches, finish periods on top, quick escapes, keep building leads. And with that being said, here is Graves. A takedown will put him right back into this match. He's got both legs, but doesn't have a whole lot of room to work with. Looking to cut the lead in half with 90 seconds to go in this second period. And now Regnier able to elevate, and now he's in good position to score. And he scores his second takedown. Quinn Regnier leading at 9-0. Has an armbar, has the wrist. Now he goes half Nelson, switches sides. Quinn Regnier here at 150 gets the fall. Another fall for the Cavaliers. Just a freshman at 150 putting on a show in front of his home fans. This was so impressive, this match. Really impressed with his defense on the edge. Was able to elevate He got the takedown, went right to work on top. This is good work on top. Had that half Nelson in deep. When he was able to turn Graves, it was all over. The South Carroll freshman, impressive here on FloWrestling Night in America. £157. Alexander Little, a 15-4 sophomore for South Carroll. And Trevor Webb, a 9-5 senior. There's a shot from space. Webb there with an underhook. Alexander Little, spot starter last year for the Cavaliers. He was 4th at the county tournament last year. And he's able to get the first takedown. Escape makes it 3-1. Looking for another takedown, single leg. He's got Webb up in the air and slams him down for 3 more. 6-1 score. See, he has the wrists as well. Brian Hamper in his 16th season as the head coach of South Carroll. And this is a really, really good team. Some near fall points followed by a reversal. And the scoreboard getting a good workout here in this first period. 9-3. The Cavaliers winning tournament titles in 2014, 15, 16, and 17. Dual meet titles in 22, 23, 24, and 25. They are 20-0 on the season. And there's a short time escape to make it 10-3. Third at the War on the Shore, behind Archbishop Spalding, who won, and Mount St. Joe's. Little with the 10th spot in the first period, and the sophomore Cavalier will go on bottom. Quick stand up, adds to his lead, 11-3, straight on shot, and Little, good snap. Not good flurry with both those guys. And look at this. Now Webb puts Little on his back, but he's out of bounds. It's going to be a takedown and 2 near fall. And just like that, we have an 11-8 score. Weber went for something big. He went for it, and it paid off. Good return there from the Cougar. Another escape, 12-8 score. 1:25 to go in this second period. An attack here from Trevor Webb, but Alexander Little with good defense extends his lead to 15-8. And now he's going to run that head of the knee, locks up the cradle, and rocks it back. And he gets the fall. That, I believe, is the 5th pin for the Cavaliers. 5 pins, and the forfeit to JoJo Gigliotti makes it 36-17. That match, a little bit of everything. Both guys were able to score. Alexander Little gets a cradle and a fall. $36-17, presented by Nike Wrestling. This is FloWrestling Night in America.
the greatest wrestler in Arizona history.
Back in Sykesville, Maryland, FloWrestling Night in America, South Carroll and Chesapeake. South Carroll with 5 falls, most recently from Alexander Little, as the Cavaliers are out in front of the Cougars 36-17. As we head here to 165 pounds for South Carroll, this is Davey Snyder. Yes, that's Snyder. He is the cousin of Olympic and world champion Kyle Snyder. Davey is a junior. He's a team captain. Comes in with a record of 28-2. Snyder is ranked 6th in the state, down at 157. Owen Collins is ranked as well, down at 157 pounds. He's ranked 13th in the state. So a top 15 matchup here at 165 with a pair of guys ranked down at 157. Owen Collins, like Snyder, a captain, brings with him a record of 15-5. He's a senior. He was 7th at the War on the Shore, 5th at the regional a season ago, so did not qualify for the state tournament. But having a really solid senior campaign for the Cougars. No score, 40 seconds in with Snyder and Collins. Snyder, as a freshman, down at 138, placed 5th, and last season as a sophomore at 157, placed 3rd. He's a 2-time county champion. He was 4th at the regional last season. Didn't have the best regional tournament, taking 4th, but then went to state and took 3rd. That's wrestling. Every day, different set of circumstances. Inside of a minute, down to 55 seconds. Little peek out action there from Collins. Straight on shot from Snyder. And Snyder, nice job. Single leg, switches off to a double. And the Cavalier takes a 3-0 lead. And here we go. 30 seconds left. Can you finish these periods on top? Or better yet, find a way to get a turn. Build on your lead. Have that urgency. Sometimes I like to refer to it as having a little bit of paranoia. You're not safe here. Keep scoring points. Stay in good position. Don't compromise position. Good mat return. And that is going to be an illegal return. As Snyder did a good job right there, but you're responsible for bringing your opponent down safely. Spiked him a little bit right there on that shoulder. Hopefully Collins is okay. There you get a look at Davey Snyder. Coaching staff for Brian Hamper, Tony Rodriguez, George Brower, Jamar Williams, Jerry Little, Jake Pouton and Anthony Gigliotti, Steven Sessa, and Lindsey Hoff is the women's coach. I've always had such admiration for youth coaches, high school coaches, assistant coaches. They're just selfless, making a big impact on young people. Great to see Collins is good to go. He'll go on bottom. He gets that point from the illegal slam. There's a nice Granby off the whistle. Good work there from Collins. And we got ourselves a 1-point match. Well executed. 36-17, the Cavaliers up on the Cougars in a matchup of reigning state champions as the first period comes to a close. The choice goes to Collins. Takes a quick look at his corner, and he defers Snyder to go on bottom. Snyder this season, Damascus Holiday Tournament champion, and was 5th at the War on the Shore in Ocean City, Maryland. Life University and North Central. That is a 6 o'clock Central Time start right here on FloWrestling. Both those teams coming off national dual titles. Life, the #1 team in the NAIA. North Central, #1 team in the NCAA. Snyder adds to his lead with that escape, 4-2. Posts on the right shoulder, or left shoulder rather. Guys exchange attacks, and here's Snyder. Looking to make that turn if he can free up his left leg. Does a nice job there with that adjustment. I like how he went underneath with that half Nelson on the left. And he's going to score the takedown. Davey Snyder now 7-2. Second takedown, he snags both wrists. That was really well done. I like how guys come underneath. Straight on shot. Not much of an angle. Against good guys, it's all about the setup and the angle. Giving yourself a chance at a finish against really good guys. You take a bad shot, going to be consequences. Half a minute remaining in the second period. Oh, nice job off a foot sweep to a double leg from Snyder. Now 10-3. Snyder, Anthony Rodriguez, Jacob Endzel, and Landon Hamper. 165 through 215, all ranked in the top 10 for the Cavaliers. Rodriguez and Hamper both ranked second in the state. And it's going to be another takedown inside of 15 seconds as Davey Snyder really opening things up. He's been impressive on his feet, 13-4. South Carroll in 1A, that is the small schools division, or the smallest division. Maryland has 4 divisions in public school, 4A being the largest. And then they also have a private school division. Switch attempt, but Snyder got that arm, the left arm, and Collins with the hip separation in the escape. And now we have some blood on Davey Snyder. FloWrestling Night in America back at it next Thursday in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. We will get a look at Bo Bassett and Bishop McCourt as they face Wyoming Seminary, and then a college duel with Pitt Johnstown and St. Vincent's. End of January at Blair Academy, Christian Brothers and St. Peter's Prep on February 5th. FloWrestling Night in America presented by Nike Wrestling. Been a lot of fun this season once again. Shane Sparks with you once again for this doubleheader tonight. Stick around at 7 Eastern, 6 Central for Life University and North Central College. The top women's teams in the country. Both those teams are red hot, coming off a huge weekends. Really going to find out who the #1 dual meet team is in college wrestling. Head throw attempt there from Owen Collins. And Davey Snyder rolls him through. Owen Collins with a sweet head throw, but Snyder able to anticipate and use Collins' momentum to roll the Cougar through. But that was a sweet head throw. It's one thing about this sport that I love. You are never safe. I mean, we've seen it. Down 14-0, and somebody hits something big, gets the fall and the win. And there is a stall call on Collins. Gets that switch position again, gets the escape. Now a 10-point match under a minute to go in this third period. Both these guys have scrapped. This has been a fun match. Both these guys scoring points, taking risks, wrestling. Snyder with that underhook once again, takes a shot on the edge. And now Collins out of bounds. Look to score. I just appreciate the effort as much as anything in this match at 165. Nobody's backing down. Not a whole lot of hanging out between these two. I mean, both these guys on the attack. Here's Collins. Collins looking to limp arm out and chase down that opposite leg. He's going to drive through and score the points. Makes it 16-9. That's just guts right there. You're down by 10. That's an easy time to quit. That'd be a real easy time to start feeling sorry for yourself and cash it in. And he didn't do that. And now here's Snyder. He's right back in on the legs with a double leg. These two combined for almost 30 points. 20-9, the major decision for Davey Snyder and the Cavaliers. And with that major decision, Davey Snyder edges closer to 30 wins on the season. He's now 29-2. As I mentioned, he's ranked down at 157, ranked 6th. Fun match, 20-9. Snyder over Collins at 165. As the Cavaliers now lead the Cougars 40-17. I believe that match with Davey Snyder was the first win for the Cavaliers that was not a fall, but he gets the major decision, that late double leg takedown to get the 29 major, another bonus point victory, 40-17. That was a really fun match with Snyder and Collins at 165. As I mentioned before, the Cavaliers, they got the hammers in the upper weights. This is Anthony Rodriguez at 175 pounds. The Cavalier is ranked number 2 in Maryland, behind Noah Tucker of Bullis, who's ranked number 1. Anthony Rodriguez, a senior captain, a record of 17-6. He's got a brother, AJ, who wrestles at Maryland, and a brother, Manny, who wrestles at McDaniel College, a Division III school in Maryland. Rodriguez, a state champion as a sophomore at this 175-pound weight class, missed last season due to injury, qualified for state as a freshman. Colin Richardson, a senior with a 10-1 record. He's ranked 19th at 175. Both guys ranked at this weight class. And no score, 90 seconds into this first period. And it's a cradle that was locked up momentarily. No points yet, down to 20 seconds. Interesting position. And now you look at Richardson, who's got the advantage, but Rodriguez gives him some heavy hips, and now looking to beat that shoulder and get behind inside of 10 seconds. Good little flurry late in this first period. Good action in the first 2 minutes. Rodriguez gets the choice, and he'll go underneath. Rodriguez this season was 3rd at the Damascus Holiday Tournament and was 8th at the War on the Shore. Mentioned Randy Curtin. in his 11th season as head coach of Chesapeake, as Rodriguez gets the reversal, 2-0. 237 dual meet victories. On his coaching staff, Tony Listorti, Tony Lewis, and Dil Jimenez. Yancey Lowe, Daryl Collins, and Paul Lair helping out on the JV side. In 2022, the Cougars, state dual meet champions and the unofficial tournament champions, and they accomplished that as well last season in 2025. And here's Rodriguez. He's got that cradle locked up. Still 1:10 remaining, second period. A lot of time this period. And with that cradle, 4 near fall points for Anthony Rodriguez. Richardson with an escape. It's a 9-2 match. Slick takedown there from Rodriguez. And he's going to put Richardson back on his back. And he gets the fall. Anthony Rodriguez, the senior, now 18-6. These Cavaliers have been pinning machines here on FloWrestling Night in America. With that fall, Rodriguez and his Cavaliers now up 46-17. There was that inside cradle. Nice job right there to hustle, little short offense. And he gets the slap of the mat and 6 more in the column for South Carroll. Like Anthony Rodriguez, Jacob Endzel is ranked number 2 in the state. Endzel is just a freshman. Nice snatch single right there. Gets behind and brings down Dean Michael for the 3 takedown. Endzel, 27-2. A champion at Damascus. He was 7th at the War on the Shore. Really good on top. It was funny when I got the spreadsheet from Coach Hamper. I looked at 190. I said, Anthony Endzel at 190. He said, nope, that's Jacob. His dad is Anthony. So we'll give his dad Anthony the shout out tonight. 190. This is a freshman at a man's weight. Endzel ranked 10th in the state. I misspoke before. Enzel's 10th, Hamper's 2nd. There's a crossface. Looking to run the head to the knee and lock this up. We've seen some cradles and falls for the Cavaliers. Jacob Endzel, a lot of success as a youth coming up. 25 seconds, he's got the first takedown, and good forward pressure on that top position. Has that near wrist. Dean Michael, a junior for the Cougars, a record of 11-4, and just getting better every day. And he's doing a good job fighting against the 10th ranked guy in the state. Gives up that first takedown and trails it 3-0 to the second period. Endzel with the choice. I believe it was Enzel's choice. He's going on bottom. Might have been Michael's choice, need deferred. I think that's what I saw. Quick escape, 4-0. But Coach Curtin said that he's excited for Michael down the stretch. He's making improvements. And Angelo again looking for that cradle. Endzel with 2 takedowns. 1:30 to go in the second period. Life University, North Central College, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Second leg of our doubleheader. FloWrestling Night in America. Deep armbar there from Endzel. And potentially dangerous whistle. Crossface. Trying to hunt down that cradle. And there is a stall call on Michael. Michael's in a tough spot. Head on the mat. And Michael works to his feet. And Endzel stays with him. Brings him down there on the edge. And Jacob Endzel will finish the second period on top and take an 8-0 lead to the final frame. That was the case. Michael did defer at the end of the first. So he's got choice here in the third and opts to go neutral. Next up for South Carroll is next Tuesday against Allegheny. He's got the cradle again. And he'll score the takedown. 11-0 score. Chesapeake is back at it on Saturday. Cavalier duels. Spalding High School there in Maryland. Mentioned the war on the shore. South Carroll was 3rd. Chesapeake was 12th. Chesapeake earlier this season, the demolition duels at Mount St. Joe's in Maryland. That's in Baltimore. They were 3rd there. 11-0 for Jacob Endzel, the 10th ranked 190-pounder in the state, just a freshman, coffee grinder position. He's got Michael flat, and he has been a blanket on top. A blanket suffocating ride. 2-on-1 on the left wrist. Michael looking to escape. And he is on the board, 11-1. Quick shot, nice crisp shot there from Michael. And Michael was down 11-0, got the escape, gets a takedown, and all of a sudden, he can keep this to a regular decision. But he's got to keep him down to 5 seconds. And it will be a reversal with about a second left. So with that reversal, it is a 13-4 major decision. Another bonus point victory for South Carroll. And the Cavaliers lead it 50-17. South Carroll, the reigning state champions in Maryland in 1A, running away from Chesapeake, 50-17. Presented by Nike Wrestling. This is FloWrestling Night in America.
why I do a lot of like broadcast stuff with it, just like an ENG cable just give me, you know. I want to buy my own. I have an old one like this, but like I don't use it.
I mean, it does well. It does well.
Yeah.
But as you know, when it comes to like the technology, like there's no Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth.
Right, yeah.
I want to get a Sony
Right.
with a higher ISO.
You are looking live at Life University in Marietta, Georgia. A big-time matchup coming up. Life University, the #1 ranked team in NAIA, and North Central, the #1 ranked team in the NCAA. Both those teams coming off of National Duels Championships. 7 Eastern, 6 Central, right here on FloWrestling, the Eagles Nest. That place will be rocking. They do a great job promoting both their men's and women's teams, and I expect a packed house in Marietta. We're in Sykesville, Maryland, with South Carroll and Chesapeake. 50-17. South Carroll winning a dual meet last night to improve to 20-0. And they are going to win tonight. They will be 21-0. And this is Landon Hamper. Hamper is ranked second at 215. He's a senior, committed to Maryland. 28-2, leads at 6-2. He is second behind Victor Marks Jenkins of Perry Hall. Hamper's an interesting story. He's the son of head coach Brian Hamper. He didn't wrestle from 3rd grade to 8th grade. Came back in high school, sat behind a few guys in Division I, but got an opportunity at the state tournaments as a freshman at 170. Didn't wrestle a single duel that season, made the state tournaments, and since then has won a couple of Maryland State titles. And he gets the fall here tonight. Edging closer to 30 wins on the season. The Damascus champ was 4th at the War on the Shore. His 2 losses, both in overtime. And he did not spend a whole lot of time on the mat tonight. Another fall. That has been the story for South Carroll, as the Cavaliers now lead at 56-17. The future Maryland Terrapin with the fall at 215 for South Carroll. Final match in this dual meets. Mason Pollock and Gavin Lazis. Pollock, a first-year starter. He's a junior with a 12-6 record. Lazis, he's a junior, comes in 3-11. Another guy that Coach Curtin said is just learning. He's improving. Pollock was 4th at Damascus and was 3-2 at the War on the Shore. Pollock is in the EMS firefighter program. He's a volunteer firefighter at Winfield Fire Department. So with that being said, sometimes you'll miss some things. And that is a takedown from Lazis. This is actually Gavin Lewis. Gavin Lewis bumped up to 285 from 215. This is Gavin Lewis. Gavin Lewis is ranked 18th at 215, and he is looking for a fall. And he ends this dual meet with the fall. That is the 3rd fall of the night.
Both teams final score. The Cavaliers moved to 21-0 with a score of 56-23.
So Gavin Lewis gets the fall. Bumping up to heavyweight from 215. Gavin Lewis now 17-3, ranked 18th at 215 in Maryland. 7th at the War on the Shore, and he gets the fall here tonight.
And then we'll also have JV boys. That match will be closest to the stage. We'll begin shortly.
So South Carroll gets the win tonight as the Cavaliers improve to 21-0 on the season. A lot of great action, a lot of falls. 56-23 the final score. Coming up in just under an hour, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, it is Life University and North Central in a huge clash in women's freestyle that is coming up. Presented by Nike Wrestling, it's FloWrestling Night in America.
This is just, we get to practice in some of the best teams in the country, and our guys are really excited, really hungry. It's kind of uncharted territories, like this dual tournament hasn't been around in a while. I think we're all excited to get through it and figure it out. These are some fiery group of dudes, and they're excited to compete.
National Duels Invitational, sponsored by Paycom. The semifinals were amazing. You had the all-time classic, Iowa versus Oklahoma State, and it delivered.
Always a good time to wrestle Oklahoma State in Iowa, in Oklahoma, anywhere, right?
We take it very serious. It's the biggest rivalry in wrestling, and just because I love the hostile environment, love this, fans rooting against you. We got to be ready to go, and obviously, matches going back and forth.
Every point counted. Mo and Dean went and got one.
It was bananas. We had upsets going on both sides. In the end, it was 18-16, Iowa winning, punching their ticket into the finals.
We got to get ready for 6 o'clock.
Our other semifinals saw a red-hot Ohio State put the beat down on a very tough Nebraska squad, 33-3.
This event's awesome. When you have the top teams in the country, it's always going to be a fun event. So you can't really look forward. Every match is going to be a brutal match. I love wrestling Brock just because I know he's going to bring it. I'm just trying to score, and I don't think I wrestled my best match. I think I could have let my offense fly a little bit more, but it's early in the year and I can make those adjustments. The Ohio State guys are wrestling really well. We're being offensive, and we're just wrestling hard for 7 minutes.
And we got our finals tonight. We're going to see top-seeded Iowa versus Ohio State, but Ohio State, by far and away, has looked like the best team in this tournament. Several ranked matchups, a lot of toss-ups, and it's going to come down to who wins the toss-ups and who gets the bonus points. Iowa versus Ohio State goes down right now. Ohio State, wow, what an impressive performance. They wrestle Iowa in the finals. You have Bouzakis at 125, comes out and starts things out with a fall. Momentum on Ohio State's side. Then Ben DeVito comes up and lights up the scoreboard over two-time NCAA finalist Drake Aila, 10-4, followed by Jesse Mendez, who gets a tech ball.
It's really great being here. Obviously, we have a tough team. You see out there, we're putting in work this whole tournament, and we have something very special going on. You just got to keep going. I face that challenge in the room every day. I face being down and having to really step up and train hard to get that takedown. And I was confident the whole time that I was going to get it. I had to set it up and find it. I'll look forward to keep scrapping this year and just keep knocking people off and claiming my throne.
Yeah, this was really fun. It was really cool. It's the first time they've done this, since 2015 or something like that? A while. But yeah, it's been really fun. I like this, and I really hope it continues every year. Our whole team, we go out there, we push the pace, we try and break all our opponents, and we try and score as many points as possible, and that's what we're going to do.
The Buckeyes were just on a roll from there. Too much. The Hawkeyes couldn't come back. They pin wins together later in the duel, but it's not going to be enough. National Duels is a wrap.
Yeah, grateful to compete, grateful for the opportunity to wrestle here, and pretty unique event.
People are getting paid to wrestle now, and the teams are making money. Chad Richardson, let's not forget him, this guy's stepped up and done some wonderful things for the sport of wrestling, given us a great opportunity to try to work ourselves through what's going on in the NCAA, the changes that people are making.
I mean, you can't give Paycom enough credit. I've given him credit since we joined this thing. I've given him credit. I mean, Chad Richardson, he's a smart guy and a fair guy, and you know what? He's going to put his earnings back into next year. I mean, you just can't beat it.
It's a really good start to the season. We love the event. I'm someone that, has preached dual meets to my team for 33 years. And it's odd, it's a national championship at the beginning of the year, but it's a great start. Like you said, a lot of confidence in our training. It's going to help us a ton during I think it's going to help throughout the year. We're just getting going.
Wow, we got another event that we shouldn't let go, and all of us in wrestling should be pursuing. And every team in the NCAA should be fighting to get into it.
The dual meet's really important, so super excited. We're grateful for Chad Richardson and Paycom that he got this going. Bottom line, it's a great event. We're glad to be here, and my team's wrestling really well, which I'm happy about.
Ohio State, the most impressive team at this tournament. They are your 2025 National Duel Champions. From 1937 to 1951, Oklahoma State Wrestling won 76 consecutive dual meets, a record that still stands to this day. But we're here at the Collegiate Duels where Penn State has the opportunity to tie and break that record as they're going to wrestle at North Dakota State, followed by Stanford. We're here to see if they can do it. Let's think about this. The last time Penn State lost the wrestling dual meet, nobody really knew what a global pandemic was. TikTok was just a new thing. PJ Duke was in middle school. Penn State's last loss was January 31st, 2020 to Iowa, 1917. The streak began on February 2nd, 2020 with a 40-3 win over Maryland. Team scoring during this dual meet streak, Penn State 2,578, the opposition 514. Average dual meet score during this streak, 34-7. All right, now let's go inside, talk to some wrestling fans, some wrestling folks, and witness some wrestling history.
Penn State's here to prove something. They have a record that they're trying to achieve.
Yeah, what's the record?
Record is the longest consecutive dual meet streak. I think that number is 77 to get over the line.
Since 1951, this record has stood. I mean, no one has been able to hold the mat like Penn State. We're looking at 77 straight matches, and it could happen today. It's unheard of that you can not have an off day, not have a couple kids out of the lineup. And when they do have kids out of the lineup, they got hammers coming right behind them. It's incredible, this streak.
Somebody told me there's a streak or something going on today. You know anything about this?
Yeah, it's news to me, like over the last week and a half. Apparently there's some sort of streak going on. Our camera guy, John Broughton, was in a van on the way over, and none of the guys on our team knew about the streak today. So that was good to hear. We don't try to focus on things like that. We try to focus on, each moment and what's going on with each individual guy.
No discredit to these guys, but I think Penn State's just going to come in here and roll and have a good time. I think we're going to see a couple marquee matches that are going to be competitive, but I think overall, man, it's going to be the Penn State show today.
We are minutes away from Penn State taking on North Dakota State, the potential record tying dual meet. This could be their 76th straight dual meet victory if they win, and it sets them up to break the record against Stanford in just a couple hours. So maybe we'll go talk to some fans, some Penn State fans, and see what they think about this. You know about this streak and everything that's going down today, right?
Yeah. 77.
I mean, the record's been with Oklahoma State for a long time now, so I mean, I think it's only right that it goes to the true #1 team in the nation.
I was there. Not yet.
Not yet, but
Not
it's
yet.
gonna happen.
This is one of the coolest things in sports, and I think people just don't understand how special this is. I mean, this is a very special program, very special team, and every year it gets better. It's just awesome.
Why do you think Penn State's having so much success?
They just got so, their recruiting is top chart. I mean, it's really good. Yeah.
I was in the elevator with Shane Van Ness last night, and I asked him who you're wrestling tomorrow. He said, I don't think about it. He didn't even know who he was wrestling, right? So they don't wrestle with pressure. They really don't.
The way that Kell approaches coaching, in my opinion, is just unbeatable. There's no pressure to go out there and win. It's just to go out there and do what you do every day in the room, and that's just go hard and score more points.
The Penn State University from Penn State Blue,
Lifts him up, puts him down, close to 3, nothing yet. And there's the takedown. 6-5 win for Luke Lillidahl. Run behind. This is the closest he's been. There's the takedown for Blade. Watch. Getting the lift, doubled off. Can he get the finish? There's 3. And this time he gets the finish. Snap from Duke, corner right then left with another takedown. Penn State kicking off Bowden Greeley, North Dakota State already. Fight from Secoy, but now he's in position. It could be imminent. There's the fall.
Oh, finish.
Nice. Looking for it. You called it, Cliff. Assassin. Rolling through. Basketball. That's tight. That's the pin. Cole Mirasola. Hello. Ends the duel with a bang. Hello.
40-60 our team score. That's going to do it for our second round.
You know, honestly, I think the magnitude of it in this week. I think Jim Carlson is a Penn State media guy. Well, he state college guy, and he said something about the streak being 70 years old or something. And when I heard that, I was like, dang, that's actually really cool. You know, I mean, that's something. But yeah, you know, I think we're not going to talk about it again or focus on it. We weren't focusing on this year. You know, the only way our kids would know that there was a streak would be because they're online or reading newspapers or something, if that's a thing anymore.
Last time Penn State also did was January 2020.
Yeah.
How old were you? What grade were you in? What was going on in your life in January 2020?
Yeah, it's probably like I was in middle school, probably still wrestling like PJWs and stuff like that, and that was my main goal. It's crazy, like I'm living out the goals that like I've been chasing since I was a little kid.
I was 14, probably like a 8th grader, freshman, around there. So that's pretty crazy. It's been that long. I honestly had no clue. That's amazing.
I was a sophomore in high school. I liked wrestling. Trying to go for my first state championship. Did not know much. I was very stubborn, very rough around the edges, maybe not likable sometimes.
January 2020 would have been my freshman year of high school. It's probably in the middle of my season. And if you told me I'd be here today, I probably wouldn't believe you.
Sophomore in high school. I don't really know what I was doing. I was probably wrestling somewhere. And if I wasn't wrestling, I was probably hunting.
I think we were freshmen in high school. We weren't even really focused on wrestling at that point, but yeah, we were freshmen in high school, it's crazy.
But yeah, it's something that's just history that, at least it's not going to get broken for at least 5 or 6 years at least, right? So, but I mean, it could be something that could go another 75 years. So I think it's a pretty cool thing. Obviously, we're grateful. I mean, you just think about all the people along the way, and our coaching staff, Cody, Casey. I mean, there's just so many people do an awesome job, and obviously the athletes. And so, when you look back, it'll be something that I think will mean it's cool. It's cool for Penn State wrestling, to have the streak and kind of think back to some of the matches along the way. Obviously, some great matches. But yeah, it's just I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can think about it. It's just something even I think these guys will remember. And the picture won't mean anything to them now. I mean, you just want to get your food and let's get back to the hotel and get showered up. But looking back, it's pretty special. So we're excited about it.
And with that, Penn State breaks a 74-year-old NCAA Division I record for most consecutive dual victories, 77 in a row.
streak began.
You ready?
Wrestling's an extreme sport. I'm an extreme person.
I remember hearing about Chance when he was in middle school because he was entering college opens and winning matches.
He was like an urban legend.
And he became mythological at that point.
Then he hits the high school scene, he just runs through everybody.
He was a phenom from the time that he first stepped on the mat.
He almost has it down to a science, almost.
But it definitely came at a price.
I was an opioid addict. I was addicted to fentanyl.
How difficult?
I don't want to go back.
If this kid's a hammer on the mat, he's probably crazy off as well.
Why is somebody from jail calling me?
There was rumors about Chance.
7 years probation?
But I don't think anyone thought it was going to be as bad as it was.
He can fucking tape you as soon as he wants. Stand down and shut up.
As far as Chance hiding things, I'll be honest with you, he was great at it.
I didn't know probation lasted that long. Like, if you're that bad as shit, I thought you got thrown in jail.
This isn't the guy that I thought Chance Marsteller was.
He showed up with a backpack and just looked like a shell of himself.
This is where the story of me fighting 6 police officers comes about.
He gets arrested. It's very, very bad.
Most people have given up on me at this point.
He hit rock bottom at that point.
Yeah, I don't think it's a stretch to say that Chance Marsteller is the greatest example of human triumph in the history of our sport.
The rise and then the fall and then the come up, that's a great story. And people need to hear that.
I was starting to see Chance again.
This dude's in my way of winning a world title, and that was the goal that I wrote down when I was a little kid, was win a world title.
Olympic gold medal. Some banks and his wrestling IQ is off the charts. I appreciated that.
The little kid Chance is back.
You thought you won, and now you're in a huge hole against the greatest American wrestler of all time.
I took that personally.
That was my advice to him, was give yourself a chance.
Chance was becoming this hero. It was almost like Rocky.
Don't fool yourself, kid. You're gonna come back in here just like everybody else. You prepared for this. You chose this. You meticulously prepped. And arrived at this moment.
Training for the opportunity to beat Jordan Burroughs to represent the United States, it was ingrained in his mind.
I'm gonna keep tracking you down until I get you.
Surprises at every turn this final X.
Can you make it back? I don't know. No one's ever told me they did.
Imagine for a second. You're a 19-year-old true freshman stepping out onto the wrestling mat in front of over 15,000 rabid fans. You're taking on a top-ranked senior in one of the most historic and intense rivalries in the sport. Most people would crumble under that pressure, but Angelo Ferrari isn't most people. But who is Angelo Ferrari? Angelo Ferrari was the #1 recruit in the class of 2024. Every Division I coach in the country wanted him on their team.
A lot of people know where I'm going. A lot of people think they know where I'm going, but I like to announce my commitment to the University of Iowa.
What makes Angelo different isn't just his speed or his power. It's his edge, that gritty, relentless attitude that feels like it was made for the University of Iowa. But it wasn't until his true freshman season when head coach Tom Brands threw him into 2 of the biggest rivalry duels in college wrestling that everyone realized what was coming. we might be looking at the next face of Iowa wrestling. So let's get to know him.
What's up? What's up? We're like right across from Carver, where we wrestle. This is where I live. A lot of the other wrestlers, underclassmen usually, like freshmen and sophomores, live here. Here's my room. Cleaned up a little bit. My Ironman singlets here, my state singlets here, state medals, and then my Ironman medals. I'm a big Nike takedown wrestling shoe guy, so I hang up my shoes when I'm done with them, like my Nike ones. So that first one is my first Ironman title, those shoes, and then that one is who's number one my first year. These are my favorite right here, these ones. Only get pulled out on match day. Okay. So these ones right here, got my stickers for my headgear. These ones are like brand new, so they got really good grip on them. And then these ones are kind of old, I wear one white and one black. What got you into the takedowns specifically? Other wrestling shoes, I don't know why, but they would just like hurt my feet because I kind of have wide feet. So takedowns are kind of the only shoes I really can wear, and they stopped making them, so it's hard to find. So they're like, the price just keeps rising. I have like 11 pairs now, so I'm building it up. But there you go. Do you have like a whole shoe? Oh, can you show me what's on the wall over here? These are just like quotes that I kind of say to myself. Try to stay in a positive mindset, so I kind of read these out every morning. On my worst night, I'm still the best in the world. I train so that every day, on my worst match, I can still win a national championship is my goal. Do you think that there's like a mental edge that you have that separates yourself from other people at all? I really, really hate losing in whatever it is. So I do think that edge is a little bit more than most people. 2 days ago, actually, I smashed my controller against the wall because I lost. I'm very competitive, I don't like losing. Whatever it is, I'm trying to get better and I'm trying to win at it, and I'll do whatever it takes to get it done at the end of the day. Is that something that you kind of saw in the program here at Iowa that attracted you to it? Yeah, definitely. Tom and Terry, when they recruited me, you kind of feel the passion they have, especially for wrestling in the program. And I saw kind of what my dad instilled in me in Tom and Terry for sure. Before practice growing up, my dad always showed me this video, and it was a video of like Tom and Terry. It was like a highlight video of like Iowa wrestling back then. And it would just like get you like ready for practice when I was a kid. So you watched it multiple times before practice? Yeah, like it would be, no, we'd see this like same video. I'd probably see it like 3 times a week growing up. Really? Yeah. What's this picture of Tom? Is there a backstory to that? I think this was from Anthony's official visit actually. This was the first time I met Terry and Morningstar at my house. Right before the first time Tom came, me and my brothers just got into a huge fight. And like Anthony stormed out and everybody was like leaving, and then Tom like pulled up, and it was like kind of awkward, but he said he was kind of used to it, having brothers and yeah, a lot if of anyone fights understands, it's Tom and Terry Brands, yeah, I'm sure. Talk to me about your family dynamic and how do you think that contributed to your success in wrestling? Yeah, you know, my brothers were huge growing up. AJ and Anthony were all 2 years apart. Growing up, Anthony was 2 years older, but I was a little bigger for my age, so we'd be like the same weight, and he would beat up on me. I still have scars on my arm from him because he was kind of a dirty wrestler. He would dig his nails in on purpose. Really? Yeah, you know, they were huge in shaping how I wrestle and developing me, you know. And when I was in middle school, I wasn't a top recruit, but then I saw my brother AJ working, and he was a top recruit in high school, and you know, it kind of showed me what it takes to be at the top. So what kind of role did your dad play in all that? Were you always pretty self-motivated, or was your dad someone that like kicked you guys into gear, or was it both? Like how did that work? So we'd have wrestling practice every night. You were either gonna work hard there, he would say, or you're gonna go back home and you're gonna work hard in the rest of the room back home. So either way, you're getting the work done. One's the easy way, one's the hard way. So you'd find a way to work hard, because if let's say you were giving up in practice or you're doing something, you go home and then I wrestle Anthony, so it would be a lot rougher going with Anthony than it would be whatever it was in practice. So he was really hard on us, but then at the end of the day, he would be there for us, telling us how proud of us he is. So he was a great dad to have. I mean, he pushed me, and I wouldn't be even close to where I am without him. In our old wrestling room back in Texas when I was a kid, this was right above, we had like these 2 big doors, and this was always right above. Going into one more round when you don't think you can, that's what makes all the difference in your life. And that kind of was something that my dad kind of instilled in us, and I would always see this. So I really wanted it for my apartment when I left for college, so that's why I grabbed this. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, it kind of was a little meaningful. This, I don't know where this is from. This is from Anthony. I don't know where he got this. This is my one right here before practice usually, and just. It's in the mirror. Yeah, yep, you gotta look at it.
See, we're not robots. Hey, here I am.
Was your first contact with Tom and Terry a home visit? Was it your official visit here?
The first day of recruiting, I didn't get 0 calls.
Really?
Yeah, so I was #1 in the country, but it was the time when AJ was like right at Oklahoma State, I mean. And so all the coaches like thought I was committed. So they thought like nobody even reached out. And I was getting ready for who's #1 and I was still getting like no calls. I got a few. Iowa reached out. So they were recruiting Kale Voinovich. And Iowa still thought I was committed, I think, Tom and Terry.
Yeah.
Kale told me, yeah, Iowa reached out to me. I was like, oh, damn, that's cool. And then he's like, you want me to ask about you maybe? And I was like, yeah. And then they realized I was not committed.
Did anything like surprise you when you got here?
It's a lot different than what people would expect. I love being on the mat, and there's days that Tom and Terry like have to push me off the mat, you know? And I don't like it, but like, it's what I need. I think it's a lot different than what Iowa's perceived to be. Obviously, a lot of people hate Iowa.
Is that something that you kind of liked about Iowa too?
Yeah, I did. Even when I was getting recruited, like, Iowa was the only school that other coaches would talk like crap about to like me. And I thought it was kind of weird that I was getting recruited, but it kind of made me like the school more, to be honest.
Did you like it?
I just like, okay, obviously they're doing something right for you to not like them.
Push back, and then you don't want him to kick you where you lose your core. Yeah, and then you're like, oh, quick, explosive. It's not like that. It's explosive and quick, but it's the energy's being used down. Now turn, push back, and start turning. And then try to stay in his pocket. Yeah.
The Iowa State duel. Did you know behind the scenes that you were going to be the guy, or did you not? Was it a decision that was made like right before the match?
So that week, he kind of like begins to tell you like, be ready to go this week. Like that's kind of was what he said. And like kind of if he says that, you take it as if you're going. I had a really good training week, and I know the coaches saw that week. Maybe that affected it a little bit. Like if you saw me not wrestling as great in the practice room, I might not have gone. But I think he saw me wrestling really good, with good movement, good attacks, and I think that's, you know, why he chose to put me in that duel.
Angelo Ferrari gets his first takedown in Carver, and the crowd loves it.
Had you seen a duel at Carver prior to that?
I had not. That was actually
That was your first time seeing a duel at Carver?
Well, I was there for like the Stanford duel. I was just sitting, obviously, but I never like actually witnessed a duel for Iowa in my life. So it was actually pretty sick. Iowa State, it was like obviously a rivalry duel, so it was just like packed. It's like the moments you dream of in wrestling, I feel like. Duels on the line, and you gotta go out and perform, and that's the moments I live and dream before, so.
What's going on with this lion picture right here?
I don't know, my mom, so in that second room over there, my mom got like 3 of these photos, like animal photos. I didn't really like them, but I kept up the line because I had to keep up one. I felt bad. And I didn't really have anything else. Like, I don't really have much.
It's not because you like really identify with the lion, you just kind of like felt bad. You're like,
no,
all right, I'll keep
really.
one
I was
for
like,
mom.
my mom bought all these 3 photos. I got to put up one for her. So that was the main reason for that, probably.
Which match is this from?
That's from Oklahoma State. Definitely my favorite match so far, obviously. I was really, really pumped for that duel just because obviously my brother went there, won a national title there. It's a huge rivalry, so it just got me really pumped. And I kind of like too pumped almost. Like I was like, before the match I was kind of warming up too much. I kind of should have calmed down a little bit, but.
This duel is tight, and for the Hawks to win, Angelo has to pull off the upset against 5th-year senior and returning NCAA finalist Dustin Pliot of Oklahoma State. Angelo gets the only takedown in regulation. But Dustin gets the ride out in the third period to send the match to overtime.
Going into overtime, I was like, readjust my headgear. I look over, I see my dad on the side. I remember he's getting pumped, and you could see on the camera, I gave him like a little nod, like I was ready to go. I was pretty tired, like I wasn't feeling my best, but that was really one of the biggest things is just getting it done, you know, when I needed to.
The three during, like when you got the takedown, while you're still on top of it, you throw it up.
It wasn't really planned. Like I didn't have like a planned celebration or anything. In the beginning of overtime, I hit like a nice shot to the other side. Pliot rolls. I remember hearing their corner like, "That's three!" Like he was like kind of on top, and I was like, "That is not a takedown."
Yeah.
So then like whenever I scored, I was like, I gotta show what's three is. I gotta show them what a takedown is.
Have you seen that clip where Tom just looks right into his camera lens and holds up the three, and like he looks so calm and everyone around him is freaking out?
Yeah,
like,
it's one of that clip is actually one of my favorites. You see me score, Terry goes running by, and then yeah, it's just crazy loud. I love that clip. I always watch that clip. I watch it probably once a week. It's one of my favorite clips to watch. It's awesome.
Stepped in the lineup a few times last year, but you're gonna like be the guy now. What excites you about that?
Having the opportunities to wrestle in front of 15,000 people every time home, and just having the opportunity to like just get better. I think the more you wrestle, you're obviously gonna get better in that competition. So I think having those more opportunities are gonna make me grow even more in my wrestling. That's what I'm excited to have. Have 20 plus matches, and even with national duels have 4 great matches.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what I'm here for, and I forgot to ask you about that.
On November 15th and 16th, Angelo Ferrari and the Iowa Hawkeyes will take the mat at the National Duels, where 16 of the nation's best teams will battle for a $200,000 grand prize. Every duel through the semis will stream live on FloWrestling, with the championship finals airing on ESPN. Iowa opens up against Missouri, setting up a must-see freshman showdown between Angelo Ferrari and Aiden Sinclair. Don't miss it.
I love duels. I think it just kind of brings the team together. I think the fans love it a lot more, even just because it's the whole team. Everything can come down to one match, and one single takedown and one single adjustment from that team. I'm excited to have those challenges in front of me.
There's a reason why Iowa City is WrestleTown, USA.
From Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City, Iowa. Sellout crowd of nearly 15,000 people.
Between the Brands brothers, 5 national titles, 3 times each in the NCAA finals. That's a tremendous feat.
You take the last 50 years, no one's done it better than Iowa.
You have an unbelievably historic, exciting announcement that University of Iowa is adding women's wrestling.
We are one step closer to not being single anymore.
1-2-1, level change.
Kylie is like a mother to me.
I think it was hard on Kylie moving away from home when she's got such a big role in the family to chase her dream.
What do you have to be afraid of? You have lived through the most difficult thing anybody in this world should ever have to live through.
We get caught sometimes. You went out there. That's the kind of courage that we're always looking for.
My dad has the most submissions in the heavyweight division. Well, I want to be the best combat athlete of all time. I'm not thinking how you feel or how I feel. All I'm thinking about is just like hurting you.
Coming in as a Power 5 school, the only one in women's wrestling, there is going to be pressure automatically.
How was that?
The stakes are high for the new coach. Being the first is huge. Being the first is impactful.
No, you can't call that!
Women's sports in general are completely on the rise. It's a wake-up call.
This is now the precedent for women's wrestling. We want to give these next generation of girls and women the opportunities that we didn't have.
Dealing with society's pressures of what a girl is supposed to act like or what a girl is supposed to be involved in. At the end of the day, if you accept like everything about yourself, then that's so much more empowering.
The following is a presentation of Flow Sports.
The lights are on. The future's on the mat. No hype, just proof. New names, new rivalries. Wrestling's next era starts now. FloWrestling Night in America, presented by Nike.
Presented by Nike Wrestling, this is FloWrestling Night in America. Tonight, inside the Eagles Nest in Marietta, Georgia, we have a women's showdown with Life University, the top-ranked team in the NAIA, and North Central College, the #1 team in the NCAA. Number one meets number one here on FloWrestling Night in America. Presented by Nike Wrestling, FloWrestling Night in America. I'm Shane Sparks. We have a phenomenal women's showdown coming up. As I said, 1 versus 1. Life University, #1 team in the NAIA, and North Central College. They just knocked off #1 Iowa and #2 McKendree to win the national duels. Life University, they won the national duels as well. The rubber's going to hit the road, and it is going down right now here on Flow. This dual meet will start at 103 pounds. So many great matchups. This lineup is littered with accolades. In the first half, we will see 2 matchups with top 10. That's at 110 and 117, 124 and 131. All 4 girls are ranked in the top 5. Same story in the second half. We will have a big matchup at 138. 9 of these 10 women in the second half are ranked in the top 5. Life University and North Central College. This is going to be a phenomenal night. Marietta, Georgia did a great job packing this place. It is electric. FloWrestling Night in America, we are back at it next Thursday night. Another doubleheader. It's Bo Bassett and Bishop McCourt. A college match with Pitt Johnstown and St. Vincent. Del Barton and Blair Academy to close out January. And then on February 5th, Christian Brothers versus St. Peter's Prep. North Central College winning a couple of thrillers in beating Iowa, handing the Hawkeyes their first ever loss in program history. We begin at 103 pounds. Alyssa Quizair, a redshirt senior for Life University, comes in with a record of 22-7. Maddie Avila, a record of 15-9. Quizair was at Missouri Baptist University for a couple of years. It is her second year at Life. And this is Avila driving through, and she scores the points. North Central College, 10-2 this season. And Life University, an undefeated 8-0 record. Quizair was a champion at the Eagle Madness tournaments. These 2 met at the Midlands. Maddie Avila pinned Quizair. Quizair was 2-2 at the Midlands. Avila was 5th at the Midlands. 40 seconds left. Avila working an underhook there on that right side. She's got the right wrist. Inside a half a minute. Now she goes over under. Quizair, 2 times round of 12 at the NAIA National Tournaments. Of course, in women's college wrestling, it is 2 3-minute periods. So we'll work on making the adjustments on the clock. Hand fight continues center of the mat. And good leg attack once again there from Aila. And Avila's got Quizair in some trouble. Quizair and Aila here at 103 pounds. Good start for North Central College's Madison Aila. Making some adjustments on the clock. Aila is a 3-time All-American, won the national title in 2023. That summer, she wrestled in Fargo and lost in the blood round. And then she wins a national title. And she's out to the early lead. FloWrestling Night in America, presented as always by Nike Wrestling. In a high school match earlier tonight, first leg of our doubleheader, it was 56-23, South Carroll over Chesapeake, reigning state champions in their respective divisions in Maryland. Quizair and Aila getting a pretty good break. Not exactly sure what the situation is, but we'll continue to figure this out. We are back at it next Thursday. Bo Bassett and Bishop McCourt right here on FloWrestling. Want to remind wrestling fans, access every match, ranking, and exclusive content with your FloWrestling annual subscription. Whether you're following high school, college, or freestyle, FloWrestling has you covered with live events, interviews, and more. Don't miss a single moment of the action right here on FloWrestling. Life University, #1 team in NAIA, North Central College, #1 team in the NCAA, and looks like we are good to go. Scoreboard reads 6-0, final seconds of the first period. So in freestyle wrestling, there's a 30-second break between the two periods. Aila with a nice low shot. Quick finish. And with freestyle wrestling in comparison to folk style wrestling, those quick finishes are so important. You don't want to get in delayed scrambles. In folk style, that's okay. Oftentimes in freestyle, that can be negative, giving up exposure. In women's freestyle wrestling, 10 points ends the match. And another thing to keep an eye on is in dual meet scoring in freestyle, if you score a point without giving up the fall, you will give your team 18 points. And that was especially important for North Central in claiming their national duels title and beating Iowa and then McKendree. You can be the hero in a dual meet. Getting beat 10-1. Hero. Clock is not moving. So some issues with the clock. So I am not sure how much time is left. My apologies. We'll see if we can get this straightened out. Aila scoring 6 points in the first period. Two minutes remaining. Pace has slowed down a little bit. Aila using a 2-on-1. Quizair able to clear the tie. Every point will matter. There's a shot from the Eagle. Aila keeping her tied up, collar tie, hand fight. So right now, if you are Quizair, you want to find a way to get 1 point straight on shot right into the head hands defense. 1 point would be huge for life. Aila, a solid job right there, able to neutralize Quizair in her offense with that 2-on-1. That is such a great position. Final minute, quick shot there off the whistle. Aila looking to finish again. And she scores again. So Aila adds to her lead. And now she is knocking on the door of a tech fall. She needs to get to 10 for the technical superiority. Big situation here. Drops it on a single leg. Circling to the back. A lot of pressure on that right knee. And now Aila elevates and will try to turn the corner. And she's able to score again. I believe that is a tech fall, 10-0 for Maddie Aila. And North Central gets a big tech fall. Aila with that shutout will keep Quizair and life off the scoreboard. Aila really good on her feet. Really good, quick, crisp shots and finishes. And that's a really good start. Next up at 110 pounds is Diana Gonzalez for life, Kaylani Shoefeld for North Central College. Early scramble, it is won by Shoefeld. Shoefeld is ranked 2nd in the NCAA. Gonzalez ranked 8th NAIA. Shoefeld has an armbar sunk in. And we are back to our feet. Of course, freestyle wrestling, after a takedown, they give you about 10-15 seconds in power tear on the mat. If nobody scores, both wrestlers brought back to their feet. Another good shot there on a sweep single. Elevates a single leg. And looking to score once again. Limp arm out and 2 more. As Shoefeld, 50 seconds into this first period, leads it 4-0. Goes back to that arm bar. Shoefeld, a 2-time All-American. In 2023, she was 4th. In 2024, a national runner-up. She's a Midlands champ. Sat out last season. She's 18-4. Gonzalez was an All-American in 2024 as a freshman, placing 6th. And Shoefeld hit defense as Gonzalez looks to get her hips underneath. And instead, it's going to be a go behind for Shoefeld, 6-0. Up to this point, North Central has outscored Life 16-0. Diana Gonzalez in for Ariana Martinez, who's the starter, ranked number 1. Martinez, 2-time All-American. A little bit banged up after the national duels. They expect her back at the beginning of February for her duels. Those will be inside Extreme Arena in Coralville. 55 seconds first period. Shoefeld in control, 6-0. But as we know in freestyle wrestling especially, you are never safe. Things can turn so quick. Somebody hits a couple leg laces or gut wrenches. You can rack up the points so quick. I wouldn't say it's overly common, but you see it from time to time. A 6-8-0 lead. All of a sudden somebody gets to a leg lace and it's over. Short time in the first. Gonzalez looking to roll Shoefeld through, and Gonzalez gets the 2. It'll be a reversal for Shoefeld. That's 1 point. 7-2 in the final seconds of the first. And we will take that score to the second period. Gonzalez this season was a runner-up at Presbyterian. That was the Blue Hose Challenge, wrestled in mid-November. She was 4th at the Midlands. Both these women from California back in 2023 at the Freestyle State Tournaments. Gonzalez won twice. But a lot changes in a couple of years. Scramble continues here with 2:20 remaining in the second period. Shoefeld should score again, trying to hook that near ankle. And she is going to score. 9-2. Goes back to that armbar. Maddie Avila gave North Central the technical superiority at 103. And Kaylani Shoefeld up 9-2. Goes back to that 2-on-1. Avila and North Central leading at 4-0. Now Gonzalez, if she does not get pinned, will give Life a point. There's a nice shot again from Shoefeld. Drops in on a single leg. And she is going to score again, 11-2. And she is going to win this one 13-2 unless she gets the fall. It'll be a technical superiority. And that will give North Central 4 more. And Gonzalez, since she did score, Life will get 1 point. So it is 8-1 after the first 2 weight classes as Kehlani Shoefeld improves to 19-4. She's ranked 2nd in the NCAA. Really good on her feet. Good job there to limp arm. Good hustle go behind. And she gets the win. The Eagles Nest here in Marietta, Georgia. Life University outside of Atlanta. Selena Shotwell, a perfect 15-0. Shotwell ranked 2nd in the NAIA. Pinned her way to the Midlands title, a 2-time national finalist. And Michaela Garcia, 16-7. Garcia ranked 8th in the NCAA. These two met in that Midlands final, and Shotwell got the fall. And she scores first 40 seconds in, 2-0. Shotwell began at Life University, transferred to McHenry, and then came back to Life. She was the Freshman of the Year in 2022. 2-time national finalist. Last year at 117, fell to Ogunsanya of William Penn. She leads it here 2-0 as we approach the midway point in this first period. Shotwell, as I mentioned, undefeated in her 5th year. A 2-time conference champion. Shotwell wrestled at the NWCA All-Star Classic. She fell to Sage Mortimer of Grand Valley State. That was a really good event, November 1st, inside Jersey Mike's Arena. Life University, several athletes that wrestled that Saturday night. Down to 55 seconds. Shotwell leading at 2-0. North Central up 8-1 on Life on the team scoreboard. 1 versus 1. NAIA versus NCAA. Now down to 15 seconds. Forehead to forehead late in the first. And Shotwell takes a 2-0 lead to the second period. Life University at the national duels. They beat Missouri Valley College 43-2. 39-9 over Texas Wesleyan University. Knocked off William Penn 24-18. And then University of Providence 32-11. And North Central College. What a run they had. Notably, handing the University of Iowa its first loss in program history, 23-21. And then in the final against McKendree University, 21-18. Joe Norton said, obviously you want to win, but it's really about creating moments. He said, I want to create moments that when these young women get married in 10 years, they are talking about moments created wrestling at North Central College. And they had some moments in Cedar Falls. Both these coaching staffs phenomenal. Ashley Flavin at Life University, Joe Norton at North Central. These are two of the premier programs in women's college wrestling. And they worked at it. There's a shot from Garcia, but not much of a setup. She's caught underneath. Shotwell looking to beat that right shoulder and get the go behind, and she does. And the running Eagle takes the score to 4-0. And you'll hear me continue to talk about it. Dual meet wrestling, especially in women's freestyle, every single point matters. You find a way to score, and you get a team point for your team. Those add up. Straight on shot. Inside of 2 minutes in the second period. Couple of scores for Shotwell. Great crowd. They do a phenomenal job on both the men's and the women's side here at Life. There's a trip from Shotwell, and she's able to clear her head and score 2 more. 6-0 for the Eagle. Slides in a half Nelson, and we will come back to our feet. Another goal behind for Shotwell, and now up 8-0. Looking to give Life 14 points if she's able to score 2 more. Technical superiorities for Avila and Shoefeld at 103 and 110 for North Central. Shotwell and Life looking to answer back. Here at 117. 25 seconds. This is big. Good technique there from Garcia. And they are out of bounds. This is a big 20 seconds in this dual meet. And with that, that was a step out, so Garcia is on the board. Step out point awarded to Garcia. For a second, it looked like she was going to give up the 10 and not score. Instead, it's 8-1. So that makes our team score 9-4. Selena Shotwell gets the win for Life University. And with that decision, the Eagles get 3 But since Garcia was able to score, it's another point for North Central. 9-4 on the team scoreboard. So good start to this dual meet here in Marietta. 1 versus 1, presented by Nike Wrestling. This is FloWrestling Night in America.
They call him the greatest wrestler in Arizona history.
Back inside the Eagles' nest. Life University and North Central. North Central getting victories from Avila and Shoefeld. Selena Shotwell with a decision at 117 for Life University.
Now wrestling at 124, North Central, Snyder. And for Life, Craza.
And coming up here at 124, ranked #1 in the nation in the NCAA is Sarah Sterner for the Cardinals. And Anna Craza, ranked 5th in the NAIA, toes the opposite line for the Eagles. Craza, a senior with a record of 11-4. She was an All-American in 2024. 3rd at the Blue Hose Challenge. And Sarah Sterner, what a career for the Cardinals. A 3-time All-American. Just gotten better every year, coming off a Midlands title. She was 5th in 2023, 4th in 2024. And in a wild match against Alex Janiak of Aurora University, a runner-up. And look at this. That is going to be feet to back for 4. Sterner is going to settle back. And she's got all kinds of time. Craza's able to fight off her back. Feet to back for 4. These two met in the 2022 U20 World Team Trials. Craza won it 10-8. But again, so much changes. In this sport, you see it all the time. Things change and different results between months, and especially, I think, in women's freestyle. There's an arm spin, good technique. Things can really turn in freestyle. So 6-0. She goes feet to back and nice arm spin to make it 6-0. Nine to 4. Big opportunity right here for Craza. Again, you want to find a way to score a point. But Sterner is just too strong, and she scores again. 8-0. Just showing some power. Really good defense. And now a takedown away from a technical superiority. Craza with an underhook. Down to 25 seconds. North Central looking for its third technical superiority, and Sterner looking for that go behind. And now she's got Craza extended. Craza clinging to that single leg. And we're going to come back to our feet with just 5 seconds showing on the scoreboard. And we'll take this 8-0 score to the second period. Sterner ranked #1 in the NCAA. Here's that head throw for 4. And the arm spin. That was a sweet head throw. And there's the most recent score. Gets behind 8-0. Sarah Sterner looking for her 20th win of the season. Both these teams are red hot after their performances last weekend in Cedar Falls. Right off the whistle, Sterner grabs a 2-on-1. Now Craza's got one of her own. Hand fight underneath. Sterner 2 points away from ending this one. Drops Craza down into a front headlock. Shucks her by and scores the 2. Sarah Sterner, the technical superiority, and that will be 3 more points for North Central. And in doing so, keeps Craza off the scoreboard. 13-4 on the team scoreboard. Came out quickly with that head throw for 4, feet to back. Some good technique, a head throw, an arm spin. Some really good defense. And then I like the urgency. When you're up 8-0 again in freestyle wrestling, end it. Bad things happen when you just hang out. Life University. Another great crowd. You see our upcoming events on FloWrestling. Some great high school action with Pennsylvania and Iowa team state championships. And then college wrestling. Pac-12 and EIWA championships. Division 2 and 3 finals right here on FloWrestling. This is Sarah Savage. Sarah Savage, 4-1, ranked #1 in the NAIA, and Yili Aycock, she is ranked 4th in NCAA. Savage is a 2-time national finalist. Savage in deep. Head to the outside. And she is going to get the score. Savage on the board first, 45 seconds in 2-0. And that is exactly what Life University needed. This is a big one for the Eagles at 131. Gut wrench. And we'll come back to our feet. Savage, a U20 Pan Am champion. She's also a sergeant in the Army. So she's had to miss some things as she's had to go to drill. Really appreciate her service. Some great stories. Everybody's got a story. Savage, national finalist in 2023 and 2024. Last year she was an All-American, finishing 6th. Aycock missed last season with a torn ACL. She's 13-8 this season. Coming off a 3rd place finish at the Midlands And Savage in deep once again. Single leg, head to the outside. She's got Aycock on her hips. And she should score again. No points yet. Aycock holding on to the left ankle. Savage continues to work inside of a minute. This is good defense here from Aycock, fighting the position. Fun scramble, this one playing out. And now Aycock is able to score. And this match is tied 2-2. And Aycock leading on criteria. Of course, in freestyle wrestling, outside of 0-0, it's never tied. Somebody is always trailing. So she's leading on criteria because they each have a 2-point move, but she scored last. 27 seconds. Both women with a takedown. Good matchup here. Savage won in the NAIA. Aycock fourth in the NCAA. Final seconds, and we will take a 2-2 score to the second period. Aycock, a two-time runner-up. And that was with the NCWWC. Of course, this is the first year of the NCAA National Tournament in Coralville in March. How cool is that? The 91st NCAA sport. Set for the second period. Big time toss-up match here at 131. North Central leading at 13-4. They have won 3 of the first 4 matches in this dual meets first half. Shot there from Savage. She's been here before. Here's Aycock coming up through the crotch, trying to roll her through. Savage staying heavy. And we are back to our feet. I know Kyle Klingman is watching tonight. Does such a phenomenal job covering women's wrestling here on Flow. Check out Women's Wrestling Weekly, typically on Mondays or Tuesdays. You will not meet a better guy in this sport than Kyle Klingman. He works so hard. He is so well respected. He's one of my favorite guys. And the job he does with women's wrestling is so admirable. There's a shot from Savage. We're here again. So make sure you check out his work on FloWrestling. A wealth of knowledge. Really enjoyed his preview pieces and prepping for this dual meet. And this is going to be 2 on the exposure. Savage, this one going back and forth, and the Eagle reclaims the lead 4-2. 90 to go in the second period. Aycock wrestled Olivia Mley at the Midlands. Mley of Life University, believe we're going to see her coming up. Beat her a couple of times en route to that third place finish. If Aycock is able to score 2, she could steal this one on criteria, so A lot to be determined yet here with 50 to go in the second period. Check out our FloWrestling women's rankings, NCAA. All that here on FloWrestling. Aycock lost a contact. The future of wrestling is here. Scan that QR code on the screen. Learn more about the all-new FloWrestling. Watch the live stream while browsing brackets on our new mobile app. Get unlimited free notifications. Check out the athlete profiles. Those are brand new as well. All kinds of great stuff going on here on FloWrestling. All right, here we go. 45 seconds. Savage doing a really solid job. They're staying center of the net right there on that Life University logo. Shot attempt there from Aycock. Savage bringing down those hips with a heavy sprawl. Now she counters. She's got a single leg. Down to 20 seconds. No points yet. Down to 10 seconds. Another shot from Aycock. Good scramble here in the final seconds. And that is going to be rule 2 for Aycock. And she won this one on criteria. We'll see how this sorts itself out. That was so big for Aycock to not give up any points off that single leg. She gave herself a chance with 10 seconds left. This would be a huge win for Yealy Aycock in North Central. And it is a 4-4 victory for Yealy Aycock. She wins it in the final seconds. FloWrestling Night in America presented by Nike Wrestling 1 vs. 1. Life University, NAIA, North Central College in the NCAA. That was a big match with Yealy Aycock. She scores in the final second, and she wins it on criteria 4-4. Both had 2-point moves. She scored last. She gets it done. That was a huge win. It was the defense not giving up any points off that single leg. I thought to myself, when I looked up and saw 10 seconds, I'm thinking, she's got a chance. And if my scorecard is correct with that decision, 3 more in the column of North Central. Since Savage did score, it's a point for Life. Gives us a 16-5 score. So North Central College winning 4 of the first 5 matches. So here we go at 138 pounds. Olivia Motley for Life University and Claire DeCunio for North Central. No Zayna McBride, the 2-time All-American for Life. Of course, would have 3 McBride sisters in the lineup. Zayna, a national champion last year at 138. It's Olivia Motley, a senior with a record of 14-4. Motley was an All-American last year, placing 5th, and we're out of bounds. DeCunio 7-1 for the Cardinals. She began at Colorado Mesa, Division II, where she was an All-American. That was in 2022. Then she went to King in 2024, won a national title, and last year was out with injury while at King, and now here she is, the Midlands champion at North Central. Her only loss was against Iowa at the national duels. Had a big win over Jaffe of McKendree. Olivia Motley was 4th at the Midlands. Good shot there from DeCunio. She's going to shelf a single leg, and she's going to score the 2. Mley was 4th at the Blue Hose Challenge mid-November at Presbyterian. And she's looking for a cradle. No points yet. And back to our feet with 56 seconds. Mley extended on a shot. DeCunio pressuring in. We're back to our feet. Short time in this first period. 2 3-minute periods in women's freestyle as DeCunio goes out, snags a 2-on-1. Taking territory as they wrestle near the edge. It'll be another point for the Cardinal on the step out, 3-0. Final seconds as Mley works a front headlock late, but unable to score from that hold. And she trails 3-0 at the break. Ashley Flavin has served as the women's wrestling head coach since 2017-2018. And she has led one of the best women's programs in the country. DeCunio looking to keep momentum on the side of North Central. Front headlock once again, this time for DeCunio. Mley trying to stay square. She pinches the right elbow. Cardinal with the 2-on-1. Tight match here at 138. DeCunio pushing Mley towards the boundary. Brings her down on that 2-on-1 and instead will score 2 more. That was well done. Used that 2-on-1, taking territory and then dropped in on a leg. Scored the 2. Extends her lead now 5-0. North Central 10-2 this season. Their losses were to McKendree 24-18. They of course avenged that loss in the National Duels final. Their other loss was to Grand Valley State 23-21. See the flexibility there from Mley, but DeCunio in really good shape right here. She has a single leg shelved, works up, goes seatbelt, and drives through and scores again. And she now leads it 7-0, working on a leg lace. Cunio has been able to keep Mley off the scoreboard. She loves that 2-on-1. Again, driving Mley towards the boundary. Mley now with the shot, but underneath. And Cunio makes her pay. 9-0. And that is going to be the technical superiority. 11-0 for Claire Cunio. A shutout. Gives 4 to North Central. And the Cardinals have won 5 of the 6 matches. And they lead it 20-5. In a battle of 1 versus 1, North Central College in the NCAA, Life University in the NAIA. National duels champions in their respective divisions. North Central College. The Cardinals lead at 20-5. It's FloWrestling Night in America, presented by Nike Wrestling. Access every match, ranking, and exclusive content with your FloWrestling annual subscription. Whether you're following high school, college, or freestyle, FloWrestling has you covered with live events, interviews, so much more. Don't miss a single moment. It's all going down right here on FloWrestling. 20-5, North Central leading Life University. Good crowd here inside the Eagles' Nest in Marietta, Georgia. But you see some long faces on these Eagle fans as they got some work to do in these upper weights.
And from Life at 145, Jamila McBride.
Jamila McBride here at 145 pounds. McBride is a senior, 3-time All-American. Just wrestling at the national duels this year, 3-0. She was 3rd as a freshman, a champion as a sophomore, and last year fell to Esther Kolawala of William Penn in that final. And Bella Meir. Bella Meir ranked second in the NCAA. McBride ranked third in the NAIA. Meir 5-1. Began her career at Iowa, where she was 5th in 2024. Last year, a runner-up. Fell to Macy Kilty of Iowa in that final. Of course, she's the daughter of Frank Meir. She's got an NIL deal with Dana White in the UFC. Meir's lone loss this season was to Iowa's Reese Larameni at the national duels. She beat Reese last year in the semis of the national tournaments. And then, as I mentioned, fell to another Hawkeye, Macy Kilty. No score, 60 seconds in. McBride and Meir here at 145, 20-5. North Central with the lead. Meir's got some power and scores the 2. Bella Meir from Las Vegas, Nevada, making a clock adjustment. Latifa will wrestle next at 160. Did not see Zayna at 138 tonight. 3 McBride sisters in the lineup. They are from Buffalo, New York. Meir underhook on the right side. McBride pushing forward. Oh, nice toss there from McBride. Scoreboard has it at 2. That was really well executed. That was quick. So now McBride with criteria leads at 2-2. Meir has wrestled Jamila's sister Latifa 3 times, but this is the first meeting between these two. Neither competed at the Midlands. I believe that is Christian Flavin pleading his case. We're back at it. 2-2, 45 seconds to go in this first period. Meir tries to throw her by. And inside of 10 seconds, Meir is going to reclaim the lead, rock her back, and we'll see if they give her 2 more. She got the 2 on the takedown, and then she gets 2 more on the exposure. 4 points in the final 10 seconds. As we know in freestyle wrestling, you can put points up in a hurry. And that's exactly what Bella Meir did. Back at it next Thursday night. Bishop McCourt, Bo Bassett against Wyoming Seminary. College matchup with Pitt, Johnstown, and St. Vincent. And a couple of really good high school dual meets will be at Blair Academy. Blairstown, New Jersey for Blair Academy and Del Barton. And Christian Brothers and St. Peter's Prep. All coming up, FloWrestling Night in America presented by Nike Wrestling. Second period. Mir snags a 2-on-1 right off the whistle. .30 seconds have passed in this second period. Crowd trying to get behind Jamila McBride. She's down by 4. With McBride scoring her points, she was really slick against somebody like Mir, just so strong. It's got to be something slick. Ashley Flavin on her staff is Christian Flavin, associate head coach. Her husband, Riley Dalrymple, Victoria Francis, Nick Masters, and Devin Gomez does a great job with publicity, media. Gotten to know Devin a little bit. She does a great job. We are down to 110 in the second period. Mir's been able to slow it down with the 2-on-1. She trailed on criteria at 1.2-2 late in the first, and then in the final 10 seconds scored 2-2. She has her right leg snaked in. And if nothing else, taking time off the clock, now she's able to get her leg out and score 2 more. Off to the side. She's got McBride flat. And we'll come back to our feet. An 8-2 score with 34 seconds left. Mir quickly back to the center. Up to this point, Life University's only win was at 117 with Selena Shotwell. Shot from space, snagging a single leg, but underneath those hips of Bella Mir. 6 in the first, 2 in the seconds for the 8-2 decision for Bella Mir. Now 23-6 on the team scoreboard in favor of North Central. As Bella Mir is the 6th Cardinal to win here in Marietta on FloWrestling Night in America. There was the first takedown. This was really nice, just throwing it by. And at that point, she led it 2-2. But this was the end of the first period. Mir with a takedown and then scored with exposure. And a nice victory there for Bella Mir, ranked 2nd in the NCAA, knocking off NAIA's 3rd-ranked wrestler at the weight class, and Jamila McBride. All right, so we've seen Jamila. Here comes Latifa. This matchup, Latifah McBride, ranked #1 in the NAIA, and Taylor Graveman ranked 2nd in the NCAA. McBride, a senior with a record of 8-0, the Midlands champion, U.S. Senior National Team member, and she scores first on that step out, 1-0. Latifah McBride, a 3-time finalist. Got that title last season. And Taylor Graveman, what a weekend she had in Cedar Falls. She's a 2-time All-American with a 13-7 record. She scored a point on Kendi Blades, which is a huge deal. It was big in that dual meet because it got North Central a team point. And they had to have them all in that win against Iowa. And then she beat second-ranked Jasmine Robinson from McKendree, U20 world champ and U23 world silver. So Graveman wrestling with a ton of confidence right now. Mentioned 2-time All-American. She was 7th as a freshman at 136. Last year, she was 5th at 138. But because of DeCunha and Mir, she's up to 160. Oh, great slick finish there from McBride. She leads at 3-0. Coach Joe Norton told me, he just told her, just keep swinging the axe. You know, she's doing the right things. And it really paid off at the national duels. Weighs around 148, so giving up some size here at 160. She trails at 3-0, 2 minutes into this first period. Again, want to remind you, Kyle Klingman, Women's Wrestling Weekly every week. In my opinion, Kyle Klingman is the best interviewer in the sport. Here's McBride, throw by with that underhook. He does such a great job. He's just so well respected. I've always said, if somebody told you that if you could find anybody to say anything bad about Kyle, you get $1 million, I tell you to save your time, you're not going to find it. Love that guy. 40 seconds to go in the first. Pro's pro. Check out his work on FloWrestling. Nobody does more for women's wrestling than Kyle Klingman. McBride with that underhook again. This time she was able to get to the body, now a trip. Ear to ear here inside 20 seconds. McBride with a step out. Oh, there's nice slide by. She gets behind, looking to score in the final seconds. And Graveman with the solid defense does not give up the points. Great defense to keep it 3-0. But with McBride, we saw her work off that underhook and the throw by, good slide by, unable to score. But a good attack nonetheless. Get a look at that defense there from Taylor Graveman. Graveman beat Jasmine Robinson, as I mentioned, 8-6. McBride taking territory. And We'll see how they score this. Going to be 2 for McBride. Jamila McBride looking to join Selena Shotwell as winners in this dual meet for Life University. Another good guy at Flo, as long as I'm saying nice things about people. Shane Bennett, I know he's watching tonight. Another one of those guys. Good people. Glad to know him. McBride able to roll through. And it's now 7-0. Just over 2 minutes left in the second period. Here's Graveman. She's able to get a reversal. She'll get one, and she's able to do that. So she's on the board. So that will give North Central College a point if she does not get pinned. And if this score holds up. Mentioned Shane Bennett's before. His dad, Louis Bennett's one of the great wrestling coaches in Wisconsin history, the late, great Louis Bennett's at Wisconsin Rapids, Lincoln. More Division I state titles than any team in Wisconsin. 1:22 period. Wisconsin's done a really nice job, too, with girls wrestling. The sport is on fire. Girls wrestling. Scan that QR code on your screen to learn more about the all-new FloWrestling. Watch the live stream while browsing brackets on our new mobile app. Get unlimited free notifications. Check out the athlete profiles as well. So much going on here at FloWrestling. Graveman has her head underneath the knee. And a chance to score, but McBride keeps it a 7-1 match as she skips away. Down to 50 seconds. Of course, the women under head coach Terry Steiner. So impressive to see what that program has become. I was in Rio in 2016 when Helen won that gold medal. It was awesome. Limp arm from McBride, and she makes it 9-1. So now you got 20 seconds. Latifah McBride looking for that technical superiority. You got to chase it down. You got to hunt it down right here with 20. And I like what Graveman does. Look at that. She scores the points off the whistle. And that was a 4-point move right off the whistle. Heck, if she would do that again, she'd win the match. But instead, McBride is going to put her on her back. Time runs out. And it is a decision for Latifah McBride. And with that decision, Life University gets 3 points, but Graveman scored, so it's a point for North Central. And with 2 weight classes to go, the Cardinals lead this one 24-9. Quick start for Latifah McBride. And that was the move, feet to back for 4 off the whistle. Late in the match. Latifah McBride ranked number 1 in NAIA. She is now 9-0, the senior from Buffalo, New York. remains undefeated. 180 pounds. Rika Busa, an 18-2 sophomore, ranked second in the NAIA. And Shanita Lawson, she is ranked second in the NCAA up at 207. Busa, an All-American as a freshman. She is from Budapest, Hungary. National team for Hungary. Coming off a 5th place finish at the Midlands. From an individual tournament standpoint, she won the Eagle Madness. And for Lawson, 14-2 record, 3-time All-American. She began her career at Grandview, NAIA Grandview. She was 4th. And then she went to Southern Oregon, where she was 3rd. And then last year at North Central was 4th. Tipped her way to the top of the Midlands. And bumped up to heavyweight versus McKendry and beat the returning national champion, Tristan Kelly. She leads at 1-0, 90 seconds into this 3-minute first period. North Central College comes into Marietta and hands Life University its first do-meet loss of the season. Life will fall to 8-1. North Central will improve to 11-2. What a span of 5-6 days for North Central. You beat Iowa. You beat McKendry. You beat Life University. I'd be curious to know if those kind of feats have been accomplished in less than a week in women's college wrestling. I would venture to say they have not. I could be wrong. But North Central College right now is on fire. Half a minute remaining here in this first period. North Central College in Naperville, Illinois. Suburb of Chicago. Short time, 15 seconds. Nothing after the first period. Really appreciate both these head coaches, Ashley Flavin and Joe Norton, spending some time with me this week on the phone. Talked to both for close to an hour. And they care about their programs, and it's evident. Taking the time and talking about their athletes and their accomplishments, their stories. Two of the premier programs in women's college wrestling. Women's college wrestling is super important at North Central. It's super important at Life. Shanita Lawson from Birmingham, Alabama. She's leading at 1-0, 30 seconds into the second period. Huge thanks to Nike Wrestling, presenting sponsor of FloWrestling Night in America. Been a fun season. And plenty of great action yet to come. Bo Bassett. Next Thursday is Bishop McCourt wrestles Wyoming Seminary, and then college match to follow. Right now, Busa down by 2, but if she can score the 2, she can win this. But she's got to find a way to open Lawson up a little bit. I know Coach Flavin and Coach Norton, tremendous respect for one another. I believe they went to dinner last night. But they'll compete hard against each other when across the mat. Dropping in on a single leg. Rika Busa. Her best opportunity with 40 to go. She will run Lawson out of bounds. And she now leaves in criteria because she just scored that last point. It's been all one-point moves, or one-point scores, I should say. I remember meeting Joe Norton, or first time I saw him when he wrestled at Montini Catholic, and they'd wrestle at the Cheesehead in Kokata, Wisconsin. Back when Joe wrestled for the Broncos. 30 seconds to go. Busa leading at 2-2 on criteria. She trailed at 2-0 after the first period. Life looking for back-to-back victories. We saw Latifah McBride victorious at 160. We're down to 10 seconds. Lawson goes for a head throw. Busa doing a nice job in her position. Circles back in center of the mat, and Rika Busa, the number 2 ranked wrestler in the NAIA at 180 pounds, knocks off Shanita Lawson with criteria 2-2. And that gives us a team score of North Central 25 and Life 12. Had that single leg and was able to run Lawson out of bounds and get the step out. And that was the difference. One more match when we come back, presented by Nike Wrestling. This is FloWrestling Night in America.
They call him the greatest wrestler in Arizona history.
Always great fans here at Life University in Marietta, Georgia. The Running Eagle fans showed up tonight. One match remaining. We saw South Carroll improve to 21-0 earlier tonight in their win against Chesapeake. And North Central comes to Marietta, and they improved to 11-2 on this Thursday night. This is Caroline Ward and Madeline Welch. Madeline Welch for the Eagles, a senior, 13-5. She was out last year due to injury. Was second at the Midlands. Fell to Tears of Two Teeth. She beat Ward in the Midland semis on criteria 3-3. Caroline Ward is a first-year starter with a mark of 16-5 for the Cardinals. She was fourth in the Midlands. Ward last season was behind four-time All-American Treya Haynes. No score, 60 seconds in. Madeline Welch, ranked 5th in the NAIA. And there's the first point scored by Caroline Ward. So Ward leads it 2-0 in a rematch of the Midland semis. Again, Ward won that one 3-3 on criteria. Or Welch won that, rather, I beg your pardon. One minute showing on the clock in this opening period. As always, big thanks to our Flow production crew. Events tonight in Maryland and here in Georgia. A lot of people doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes making this happen. And really appreciate their efforts to bring you Flow Wrestling Night in America. I love this night. High school, college, women's. It's been a lot of fun. Last week at Scott Catholic. And Ward drives Welch off the mat. And that is feet to back for 4. 6-0. That was a phenomenal atmosphere last Thursday in Omaha. Great atmosphere here tonight in Georgia. And you can imagine it'll be rocking at Bishop McCourt next Thursday night. Slide by attempt there from Ward. Welch able to stay square, keeps it 6-0. Final 10 seconds of this first period. Who knows, maybe next week I'll throw it out with Bo Bassett and see if I can last 30 seconds. If I knew I wasn't going to get hurt, I might consider it. But I got a bad feeling that one of those hard snaps and my neck would be messed up forever. God, does he bring the pace. Be able to see him next Thursday right here on Flow as him and his Bishop McCourt teammates meet Wyoming Seminary. I did that match last year, Flow Wrestling Night in America. Bishop McCourt won at Wyoming Seminary. Of course, big wrestling news this week was his Bishop McCourt teammate Jax Forrest. Went to Oklahoma State, won his first match in Stillwater. He got a fall in Bedlam against the Sooners. 133s. Great weight class. Returning national champion in Lucas Bird. Ben Davino of Ohio State. Marcus Blaze, Penn State. Drake Aila, Iowa. Ryan Kirkham from Lehigh. What a weight class. We are 6-0. 20 seconds into the second period. Caroline Ward with a takedown, and then she went feet to back for 4 on another score, 6-0 lead. Looking to avenge that loss from the Midland semis. Underhook from Welch. Collar tie. And here comes Welch, and they wrestle on the edge. A whizzer from Ward. And that is going to be a step-out point, and Welch is on the board, 6-1. Slide by. On the staff for Coach Norton, we also have Grant Zaman and Jared Head. Amanda Martinez, Kendra Ryan, Sydney Petzinger, Jaslyn Gallegos, Alara Boyd, Annika Besko, and Emma Grimm. Great coaching staffs on both sides. Inside of 1 minute. 6-1, Ward up by 5. Also has that 4-pointer. Caroline Ward is going to get the 6-1 decision as she avenges that Midlands loss and gets the win for the Cardinals. I believe that is the 7th win for the Cardinals and gives us a final score of 28-13. Fun dual meets with a pair of women's college wrestling powers. North Central, top team in the NCAA, over Life University, the top team of the NAIA. Maddie Avila and Kaylani Shoefeld got North Central College off to a great start. Selena Shotwell victorious for Life University, and then North Central College went on a run. Sarah Sterner, Yili Aycock, and Claire DeCunha. DeCunha won at 138. Bellamere won at 145. Back-to-back wins at 160 and 180. Latifa McBride and Reka Busa, 2 wins for Life University, and then Caroline Ward over Madeline Welch to close things out. 28-13, North Central over Life. The Cardinals improved to 11-2, and Life University, with their first defeat of the season, the Eagles, fall to 8-1. Fun Thursday night here on FloWrestling Night in America. Congratulations to South Carroll High School in Maryland and North Central College, the 2 victorious teams here tonight. We are back at it next Thursday. Big high school matchup with Bo Bassett and Bishop McCord against Wyoming Seminary. For our entire Flow Sports production crew, I'm Shane Sparks. This has been Flow Wrestling Night in America, presented by Nike Wrestling. Guys, thanks a lot. We got her done.